Today, we're going to talk about having a solid foundation, building a business model for yourself as a real estate agent where you can consistently generate the kind of closings that you're looking for. So where are your next 36 transactions going to come from? I think for an awful lot of real estate agents, they're focused on just trying to get an extra 1 or 2 deals next month. And they do that month after month, never really building a real business around what their goals are here. The fact is, for an awful lot of agents, they struggle with shiny object syndrome. And I'm sure you've had that before. You're looking for the next best thing. You're doing all kinds of research on all these different programs and softwares and CRMs and lead generation and all of these different approaches. But the fact is, you're not real focused on building a business for yourself. If you've got a couple of good core business models, not only can you get yourself 2 or 3 closings next month, you can do it every month. And I think the key is consistency. I've always found that for every agent in America, if I said it was a life or death situation, you could find a way to get 2 or 3 closings in the next 45 days, everybody could do it. You can absolutely get yourself 2 or 3 closings within a 45-day period. The problem is, how do I do that consistently? So I want you to really think through that today and get yourself stuff that's working and then put more money behind it. Take some of the revenue from the closing that you had and then double up on that. Get more business, more lead gen, more information out there if it is working for you and you are, in fact, beating obscurity, getting more people to know who you are. So I'll give you some examples. For you to get 36 closings or 36 additional closings over the next 12 months, you need 3 closings a month. That's totally doable. That's totally manageable. That's not overwhelming. You're not going to have a problem with, oh, I need a transaction coordinator and I need an assistant and I'm so busy and it's too much work. It's 3 closings a month. Anybody can do that. So we all know that virtually any agent can get 3 closings, but can you do it consistently? Can you do it every single month? What you have to do is first look at all of the transactions that are going to be happening, motivated prospects that are coming up. So we're spending our time advertising to motivated prospects, not to the great unwashed masses. That's the big problem for an awful lot of agents is they're trying to market to everybody. And the louder you're screaming, the less they're listening. So I want you to really think through, if I want to go after motivated prospects, what life changes are they going through? Anybody that's getting married or getting divorced, they'll probably have a housing need change. Anybody that is born or dies, that family's going to have a housing need change. All of those are public information. Every one of those in your county, you can go down and get a list of all of those people, and you can do so every single week. You've got to have a great message that's going in front of those people. Another thing is for sale by owners. Every single month, there's new for sale by owners in your area. You can find them on Zillow. You might think there's not a lot of them in your area. You will be shocked when you see how many there are. Another is expireds. Because of where the market is right now, a lot of sellers were very unrealistic. They were trying to get those crazy COVID prices. They're not going to get that price anymore and their home expires. That is a motivated prospect is willing to list their home and willing to pay a commission. Now you just got to get them interested in you and you got to get them to a realistic price. But if I were to ask you today, if I knocked on your door today and I said, show me your entire marketing campaign for expired, what's it look like? Are you getting lots of info out? Are you using multiple media? Show me your email sequence. Show me your postcard campaign. Show me your Facebook retargeting. What are you doing for text message? All of the different things you can do. I never recommend you call people because phone calls are unwanted and unwelcome, even by you. It makes both parties uncomfortable. But there's a lot of media that you can utilize, but it has to be very good. It can't talk about you. It can't talk about how good you are. It can't talk about if you'd like to sell your home, call me. You have to have a real offer. Show me what you're doing for expired. Let's lay it all out and let's see what's the likelihood of this generating 3 closings a month for you. Well, then look at for sale by owners. Show me your entire campaign. What do you share with them? How are you following up with them? How are you creating a multimedia presence? What kind of omnipresence do you have with them? Are you doing things so that it feels like they are finding you? A lot of these factors come into play and show in creating a model that makes sense and having a business model that over the course of that entire advertising campaign is going to generate appointments for you. Is that strong enough to get you 3 transactions a month? Let's look at your divorce filings. What are you sending to divorce filings right now? How often are you sending? It's a process, not an event. The court will require as a decree of their divorce, they must sell that property. They don't have a choice. What are you sending them? What kind of helpful information are they getting from you? What about marriage finance? What about births? What about deaths? Are you doing anything with probate? How about the attorneys that are referring business every single day? If you followed us for a while, our inner circle coaching members are getting referrals every single month from listings. Divorce attorneys are referring clients to them. Probate attorneys are referring clients to them. It's a very simple email process to get those attorneys to start sending clients to you. Are you doing that right now? Because the fact is, if you could get any of these marketing campaigns working good enough to get one closing a month, and you could do that with 3 campaigns, that's 3 closing. You get 1 FSBO, 1 expired, 1 divorce filing. And you do that every single month. If you do that consistently for 12 months, you've got yourself 36 additional closings. Now, if you go about this halfway producing, if you go about this, oh, maybe I'll do a couple of postcards, there's a really good chance you're only going to get to 1 or 2 closings a month. That's not going to be enough to hit your goals. You can't live on $20,000 in gross commission every single month. You've got to do some big numbers. So I want you to really think through, what do my marketing campaigns look like right now? If you're not doing any of this stuff, let me tell you what you're doing. You're waiting on your sphere of influence. You're proud that 90% of your business comes from your sphere, but you have no freaking business. 90% of nothing is really what you have. You occasionally have a decent month, but then nobody's moving right now. The interest rates are too high. Why are you focused on... Let's find all of the problems. One big problem is the economy's a little tough. Another big problem is people don't have the money they need. Another big problem is broccoli costs $17 for a little bit of broccoli. And another problem is mortgage rates are too high. Okay, why aren't you dealing with baby boomers? Every one of them would be downsizing and paying cash for a property. They wish mortgage rates were 38% because they could get a better deal. Why don't you find all of the problems and then find the solution that you as a real estate agent can start working with them? That generation, baby boomers alone, is a generation that's 300% larger than any other generation before it. And the vast majority of them had no intentions of moving when the market was going up. They're like, why would I ever move? We're going to age in place is what they called it. They're just going to stay there forever because their house is worth another $100,000 a year. Why would they ever move? They don't care that they're paying extra for maintenance or extra for heating and cooling, or half the house, they don't even use it anymore. They don't need to downsize because their asset was appreciating at $100,000, $200,000 a year. That's not the case anymore. So all those that were sandbagging 4, 5, 6 years worth of them that weren't making a move, now they're all ready to make a move. What are you sending them? Show me. I knock on your door today. Show me your marketing campaign that you're sending to them. What marketing resources are you using? What omnipresence do you have? What media are you utilizing? Do you have a text message sequence? Do you have an email sequence? Do you have a postcard campaign? Do you have some sort of self-liquidating offer so that you can get their contact information to begin with? What are you doing with mailing list brokers? Because they'll sell you the contact information. How are you utilizing that? All of these factors come into play, but you're going to have to work if you want to make money. If you're waiting around on mortgage rates to go to 2.75 again, you will be waiting another 800 years because it only happened once in 800 years. So hopefully you live to 1,500, 1,600 years old. It's happened one time in history, and it was during a global, worldwide pandemic. I don't think you should wait on that to happen again. It ain't never going to that again. If you're 150 years old, you saw it one time. So better bet would be to say, okay, what are the issues with today's market? How do I find those motivated prospects right now? Find what works and then scale that up as big as I can. I don't know what your numbers are. If you want 36 transactions a month, or 36 transactions a year, it's only 3 deals a month. It's not difficult to do. Choose one of these paths and you can get there. But you are going to need a whole lot of help if you choose multiple paths. If you choose, I'm going to do FSBOs and expireds and empty nesters, the baby boomers, I'm going to do divorce and probate, and I'm going to do marriage and all of these other factors, you are going to need some help because you will have so much business you can't keep up. That's what's happening with top producers right now, but it's because they've got their marketing right.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.